you're gonna feel a little bit of this angle there. Do you feel that?
Yes.
That's what I want you to feel right there, okay? Just the club pointed at the golf ball going back. Get the butt of the club at the golf ball going through. Trying to feel that, and then right back there, and then right down the line of my target. When my club is parallel to the ground, it's right down the line of my hands and my feet. With no manipulation, and I rotate right back through, not doing anything, it goes right down the line. Oh, I gotta tell you, bud, that was night and day right there. Setup wise, I'm gonna get you just like this. If your hips are over your ankles, it's very, very, very subtle how much the player actually needs to then tilt over and then flex down to be in the proper spot. I think the big thing that everybody misses when I watch you guys up down the line here, everybody gets the lower body far too engaged. And I see my dad shaking his head over there because he's seeing it down there too. You know, we need to all realize how subtle it is when we actually send up over the golf ball. Hey Cam, would you hop in front of me here? Like watch Cam just set up to a couple shots here and hit him, guys, from back here. You know, watch his lower body. There's very, very, very little flex in the knees. You know, you can see that. It's pretty nice. yeah, doing that. Watch Cam. Look at the lower body though. See how he's tilted over the ball, guys? And you guys will look at that and you'll think, man, he's really, really, really over it. No, he's not. If you look at how much from an upright position that he just goes like this, he's already looks like he's over it only because his lower body's not getting in the way. You know, people sit like this, you know, then you gotta tilt a mile to get over the golf ball. If I pull these tight here, look at this. That's how much flex is happening. That's a very minimal amount right there, right? It's just, he's literally broken the knees a little bit to keep himself balanced. Isn't that beautiful though, guys? You know, how does that relate to Sean, to you, bud? It's just like this. Let's start here. Both of you. You know, you both need this. I mean, let's just start right here. If there was a T stuck to my sternum, let's just point it down. And then ready? Let it go a little bit. And then we're right here. The arms are right under our shoulders at that point. You're gonna be more square as a result of that too, by the way. And that's number one. See if you can get in the right setup here. Yeah, see, it's already gonna be better. I can tell you just a little. There it is. And you know what's funny? And that's it. So watch. Stay right there. And I want to do this. Just go right there. Now come back here and look at this. Look how square he is here. Look at his shoulders. Look at his feet. Look at his knees. This is him getting way too engaged. See how the shoulders are going way right, the knees are going right. But look, you know, you guys look at Adam Scott. Look how it just looks very square, square, square. That looks like this. Those are the same guys there. Yeah. From here, now we're just going to work on the feeling of really getting everything down the line, which will be aided by you not being crisscross here. But the feeling is going to be this, and I want you to hop in here, and I'm going to give you the feeling, okay? Come on and set up here, and I'm going to give you the feel. So our end game goal, once you set up there, I'll let you set up. This is what we do for all of our players. That's the line of your feet right there, okay, that club. When the golf club is parallel to the ground, the golf club should set on that line. You feel that?
Yeah.
And I always like to rehearse it a little bit in front of it like that, just because what do we know it's going to happen once we turn? Guess where it's going to go? It's going to go, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So when it's parallel to the ground, let's just see, yes. And guess what it's going to be? A little, yes. So here's what happens. Let me grab your club real quick. I want to show you one thing. Checkpoint one in the golf swing after the setup is right here. When my club is parallel to the ground, it's right down the line of my hands and my feet. Now think about this, guys. If I get the club there with no manipulation and I rotate right back through, not doing anything, it goes right down the line with pretty good contact. Now, if you guys can understand that in the takeaway, we have checkpoint one. Now watch this, Zeke. This is big for you because we talked about this. If I was to keep going from there, Sean, and this is huge for you, we just talked about this as well. If I was to keep going from here, guys, look where it goes. It goes up the plane and then points at the ball. Continues to go up the plane, comes back down the plane, pointed at the ball, comes back down the line, comes back down the line. That's the ideal golf swing, right? The one thing that was basic that my dad taught me from the get-go, he always told me that, Adam, that hinge on the door we talked about, how you hinge the club here, it's like that hinge on the door, it's going to close the same way every time. Well, it's very important that you guys understand this right here. When I hinge that golf club and I get that club set in what we call the set position, the set position is just that when that club is fully set right here. Yes, it went through checkpoint 1. It went up my right forearm with the butt of the club at the ball. But when I get it right there, the beauty of that is this. I'm bringing it back down there. And that's when I rotate, and you guys can see all those balls went on the exact same line without, any effort. Obviously, that's the small version. You do that, though, in the takeaway. You then keep turning. Well, guess what? Now you're in a position at the top that no rerouting has to be accomplished, okay? Big reason why the golf club isn't down the line is not because at one point you were and then it went under. It's because you didn't hinge the club at all and it dragged inside like this. So the minute that we created a little bit of hinge, see the hinge with my right hand? That gets the club up in front of the right hand there and gets it down the line.
So that right away.
Yeah, and that's where you asked that question earlier. Yeah. The hinge is happening immediately as your body's turning, at the same pace your body's turning. It's not hinge independently, it's just with the turn. Yeah. So that's what we need to sync out. So hop in there again. We're gonna go hips over ankles, and that's kind of that cam visual of just being tall. There you are, little knee break. Now let's rehearse that club staying in front of you in that takeaway right there. There it is. Give me a little more hinge to that point so it goes down the line. There you go. Go back there again. You're gonna feel a little bit of this angle there. Do you feel that?
Yes.
That's what I want you to feel right there, okay? Just give me, a little in front of you. Much better setup though, buddy. Sync it with the turn. Yes, yes. Way better. See how it's much more on plane there?
Yeah, okay.
Just hit a soft one. Go like 3/4 like that, okay? Awesome. Much more down the line. And now what your goal is, for starters, is just to get that. What I mean by that is this. It's going to feel, remember, anything that's ever done in your takeaway, you want it done in correlation with, in connection with your turn, right? See how I'm still turning? That's what's going to get my hands and club actually moving up the proper plane and down the proper plane like that, okay? Because that's the one thing that's you're missing out on there is, yeah, you're getting it out there, but you're kind of, doing it then not turning. Well, then yeah, you're gonna be in a position where it's a little jammed up in the downswing. But how do we get the takeaway straight back and get the shoulders moving with it? Okay. Oh, I gotta tell you, bud, that was night and day right there. My goodness, if I could give you guys the most simple thing like ever without getting too technical here, as Dad said, get the butt of the club pointed at the golf ball going back. Get the butt of the club at the golf ball going through. Yeah. And if you can do that with that sternum looking at your hands the whole time, you now have connection and you have the proper swing plane. So it's like, God, I mean, how many times I sat in my room just trying to feel that and then right back there, trying to feel that and then right back there and then right down the line of my target over and over. That's it. Okay. But at least for you, it starts right now. Let's get this set up. Let's get this backswing dialed in.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, good start. Appreciate really good start. Yeah, it's great.
At Forzak Golf, we take a lot of pride in having developed some of the best and most consistent golf swings on the planet. We do this through simplicity. Our Full Swing Masterclass will take you on a step-by-step, easy-to-understand process on how to get your golf swing better than ever. Join the many before you who've utilized our Full Swing Masterclass to take their games to the next level and beyond.